For this video, I'm going to do a little comparison between the Kyosho Optima from the 1980s and the 2016 re-released Kyosho Optima. First, thank you Kyosho for releasing this kit. This is one of those kits I really wanted, and about 8 years ago I actually purchased a couple of old kits on eBay, helping to restore it for a shelf queen. So let's take a look. So here you have the original 1980s Kyosho Optima. These wheels are not the correct wheels. These are some aftermarket wheels. I just kind of put it on as I'm in the process of rebuilding it. I do have the original wheels, and I actually got a pair of mint wheels. These are actually a little beat up, but I'm just in the process of putting things together and see which pieces I really need. Kyosho did a wonderful job with their re-release. This is the new 2016 re-release. From what I can tell, it seems like every single piece is different. Yet, you could take a piece from 2016 and put it in your 1980s kit and it'll work. Not positive, I haven't done it myself, but when I was building it, I took a little comparison of some of the pieces, took some measurements, laid them side by side on top of each other, and they seem to be identical, except for the shocks. The 80s shocks were a little smaller. The 2016 are definitely beefier, and the wonderful thing is the shock collars are a lot thicker, so they don't end up cracking and breaking. As you know, these are impossible to find. And actually in a little bit I have a tip on how you can replace these shock collars with the Kyosho Tomahawk shock collars. I found that they actually fit. But as you can see, the two are different yet similar. So you can see the top chassis and the 2016. There's no cutout for the servo there. For my build, I elected to build as a belt drive versus the chain drive back in the 80s. Now Kyosho did release an option house belt drive, so the fact that my 2016 is belt driven, still kind of stay true to the 80s version, in that they did have a belt version of the 80s Optima. One of the main biggest difference you'll see are actually the wheels and tires. So the 80s wheels are a 3-piece wheel. You can see it has 5 screw holes, and you screw the 2 pieces together with the little insert in the middle, versus the 2016 wheels. Basically the wheel's 1 piece and it has a foam insert. I don't know if the 80s actually came with foam insert. Obviously the one I bought on eBay did not. But it's a 1-piece wheel. They're all left and right version, and the kit is actually pretty neat. They will mark it left to right for you. That's one of the things I really liked about this kit. Everything went together very well, very smoothly, and everything was very well marked. Now if you look at the wheels, now that's a major difference. 2016, it's a little wider, a little bigger, and the spikes are different. Back about 8 years ago, I actually paid an arm and a leg for a mint set of these wheels. I think I paid close to $100, and I still have it in original packaging. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it, because even though I'm building this as a shelf queen, not all the pieces are what I would want them to be. It's a little scruffed up, a little beat up. It's not exactly mint, but this will be my original vintage shelf queen. Actually, at the same time when I bought this kit, I also purchased another kit, which happens to be the Kyosho Turbo Optima. So what I'm hoping to do is actually build this up and this will be my runner. You can see one of the weak part on the original Optima. It's actually this front brace here, which I try to rebuild using some epoxy, putty, plastic, but it's a little weak area. I have seen a lot of metal pieces that they metal version of this brace online, and they're as cheap as $12–15. So I might actually put that on my runner. But so here's another major difference I found is on how the servos are mounted for the steering servos. Let's see if I can find that page. Here we go. So back in the 80s, you can see how the steering servo was mounted. Basically double-sided tape and some zip tied. Thankfully, Kyosho improved upon that with the 2016 version, and they actually have nice mounting brackets for the 2016. This is how you mount the steering servo. Brackets and screw. Obviously, it'll be much tighter and stronger. All right, so one of the things, if you're rebuilding your vintage Kyosho Optima, you'll notice that this piece always breaks. It's extremely rare if you can find one that is in a mint condition. But if you want something that's close, this is the part you want from the Kyosho Optima. I'm sorry, the Kyosho Tomahawk re-release. Alright, so that's the part number that you want. And it will come with the shock collar. They don't look the same. So this is the original. It's a little bevel on top. And this is the Tomahawk re-release version. It's a little squarish. And the color is a little different. But it's a perfect fit. So, and then in rebuilding, one of the things that's very difficult to find are these screws. You can see I'm missing one on the left there. I searched everywhere, eBay, where have you, to find these original screws, but almost impossible to find. I found something very similar, and these door track. That's the part number, 2.6 millimeter, and they come in different lengths. So it'll get me what I need in terms of the missing screws. But close enough, but not perfect. But Kyosho did a great job, and I can't wait to actually purchase another kit, because I know they're just going to release the Javelin. There's no reason why they shouldn't. It's just a different body. And in fact, after the Javelin, or maybe before the Javelin, I am fairly certain that they will release the Turbo Optima version. If you want to compare the Turbo version versus the Optima, this is a comparison of the 80s version. You can see the lower arms are a little different. See, the Turbo is just a little beefier. So I can definitely see Kyosho releasing a, who knows, 2019 Turbo Optima, and I can't wait. I'm actually going to get the whole collection. If you like this video, please comment. It's my very first video. I'll actually redo this and have it a little bit more organized and kind of show the differences a little better. But it's a beautiful kit. A lot of metal pieces. The shocks are very nice. They are a little bit of a pain to put together. Assembly of the shocks was not the easiest. But the kit went together very, very well. very clear instructions. I enjoyed it very much. Thank you for watching.